Hello all, Seriouslees here, back for some more Astroneer. There's been a pretty big update. Actually, there's been two pretty big updates since the last time I've made a video. There's a snail update that I'm about halfway through. Yeah, it was interesting. You know, you get little pet snails that can go in your backpack and do stuff for you. I didn't finish that. It came out, I looked into it, I did a couple of bits of it, and I didn't make any videos or anything like that. So another update's come out, and it's the trains update. And look what we got going on in the background there. We got a rail. We're going to go on a train ride today. We're going to take a brief base tour. I've done a lot of work this weekend in the game. The train update has really fascinated me. I'm not a big trains person, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. The game is fun. It's a fun game. And I missed it, and it's been a while, so it's a great excuse to get back into the game and see what's new. I've built a lot more storage containers and grabbed a whole bunch of new stuff. These are from the train update. Artifacts. These as well, frozen argon. These are just from the caves of... I don't remember which one these caves are from. Probably the cold planet, probably. Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, just a bunch of storage of trinkets that are not useful for anything over there. Here we have all of our storage for all of the useful stuff. Processed stuff and natural stuff. We got something of everything. And enough to make it. All the resources at the base to make everything we need. And pretty much the same thing on every planet. So here is our train. We have 5 cars and the C.O.L.E. He's our engine, Thomas the Tank Engine with the face on the front there. Yeah, it's a little bit of fun. And we start with this thing. This is our mission logistics depot. Well, do we start with this one? I think we actually have to go to the either Calidor or why can I not remember the name of the planets? Glacio. Glacio. Can never remember that. It's obvious. I'm a dummy. Anyway, I think you have to go to Glacio first, and then Calidor, and then you come back and you put this one here on Sylva. But I've also built a rail station, which can stop your train. I don't know how to make this one stop your train. I don't know if it can. But let's go take a tour. What we got going on the train is some storage containers, resource canisters, and some empty slots. That's about it. What we have going down the train track is I've put this going down to the core, and I'm just going to not touch the camera and see how it updates. There we go. Yeah, they've done a lot of work on the camera. It follows you a lot better than it ever did now without you having to adjust it. And if you want to adjust it, we can hold it here and watch me go down this way. But as I go around corners, I'm holding the mouse button down, so it changes my angle. Whee! Alright, so we should stop automatically when we get to my first station, which is just before the core here. Alright, boom. So we put another station here. We're on a pretty steep angle. I have not yet worked out how to do automated loading and all that jazz. But look at this. We've got a full thing of Astronium here. We're going to load that up and replace... No. Okay, wait. What's going on here? No. Suck that back up, please. Oh, that's a bit confusing. Okay, well, let's just... There we go. We can put it there. It's hard to find somewhere on a big angle like this to put stuff. Okay. So, no more to grab. We need to run out of things for that auto arm to grab, or we need to turn it off, one of the two. And there we go, finally. Now this one can load up, and the auto arm can continue, and I don't know why we can't get this one to finish loading up. Maybe if we turn this one on. Oh, is it because we're at the station and the station is set to automatically load? Okay, here. If we hop into the coal, we go down a little bit. And then we hop out. Is that working now? Okay, that one's empty. Are any of these filling up? Okay, that's filling up. Excellent. Finally, it's working. We're going to enable the output on that one as well. We only need one of these to be empty for the next station. I have 3 Astronium, I think, stations here. Here we are at the core, and there we go away from the core. And we're at the next station. This one's automatically loading. I got that figured out. But it only goes into these empty slots. It won't go into these storage containers for some reason. So I'm going to back up and see if they fill up. After this thing is done emptying, of course. Oh, and actually, you know what? We're going to get out of the train right now because I've noticed the auto extractor is out of juice. If you see these bars here are empty, we need to move that around a bit. There we go. And is the auto arm still in range? It does not look like it is still in range. That is still in range. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. So let's hop back in the train. Gonna back up a little bit. I don't want to hop out here. It's a very skinny rail. Let's actually go past the train station. There we go. Everything's loading into the containers now. Good. Let's continue on to the next station. It's right around the corner. This one here, I again have not figured out how to get to auto load. So what we're going to do is hop out and replace. Yeah, you do whatever you need to do, buddy. There we go. We're taking the full one back upstairs. Hop in the train, and away we go. So this is going to be a pretty steep, after this dipsy doodle here, pretty steep angle. I just went straight up here. This took a lot of hydrazine fuel because you have to do this on foot. You can't do this from the train. You can't put new rails down. That's why it's so wavy as well, because I was jetpacking basically straight up as I did this. Would have been a lot straighter if this was not an insanely steep hill. Woo! And a little trip through the forest here. You can make some really fun roller coasters. There's really tall ones here, and I've set up... Oh, you know what? I'm going to stop right here, and we're going to hop out. I want to show you guys something that I thought might be fun. I haven't tested this out yet, but I know it's a possibility. I found a lot of these horns on different planets. I had to build this one here because I couldn't find one of them. I don't know if you can. But look at these poles. You can grab target pins from any of these stations you pass, and I'm going to place it on the entire platform there and see if that works. I'm pretty sure if you place it on a horn, you can activate the horn. But let's see if we can activate all the horns as we pass by. We're not going to stop at that pin. We're going to stop at the station beyond it. So let's just see if it goes off when we go by. There we go. So we have the horn is now going off every time we get the train home, which is great. Another thing you can do is you can send the train off on its own somehow, but I'm not sure how to do that. I think it's also with activation switches. I have not got into the logic gate stuff yet. I don't know that I will. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun just setting this up and doing everything manually. I used to do everything with this guy over here on all these planets. Look at the Astronium I already have still on there. We've been mailing that away for hydrazine. I find that's one of the more efficient ways to get hydrazine these days, is a 3 to 4 ratio. So you send away 6 astronium and you get 8 hydrazine back. Yeah, that's right. It's a pretty good ratio, and Astronium is super easy to get through Auto Extractors or just taking your big mining vehicle downstairs and doing it manually. It's a lot faster. We're still mining, still auto extracting over here to make our own hydrazine if we need to with ammonium. But why? Why do that? So that's about it. So what else are we doing on the save? We have some time. We could go check out my other rails. They're very short compared to the one we just saw. But do we have any fuel in the ship? 5 launches. That's not enough for my tastes. I don't know if we're going to get stranded or not. Let's put these on here. Come on. Still really hard to target the things you want to target in this game. A little bit tricky. We'll keep that hydrazine on us for the purposes of jetpacking. Don't want to run out of that either. And let's go and launch to Glacio first, I suppose. Where is Glacio? Right there in front of us. How convenient. Another thing that has changed since the last time I've played is when you are circling the planets, you can see which one you've put a base on. Look, these are all spheres. Look, this one here is a cylinder. And when you click, the cylinder is bigger than the sphere, so you will not accidentally target the sphere and land at the center of this crater. You will land on your launch pad if you have one down. Very convenient, very good quality of life change there. Alright, let's hop on the train. It's already loaded with a bunch of these crates. Let's unload them since they're not useful for anything once you're done the main story mission that comes with the train update. And that took me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half of serious grinding in a row to finish through the entire story. That's fine. I've played for about 10 or 15 hours this weekend after that, just because it's so much fun. I'm not heading forward. You just hit the go button and you go all the way to the end of the line. So we're just going to take this one. See where I built this. This is an entirely surface train here. We were picking up crates to bring back home because they're unique items. Oh, you know what we're going to do? Stop the train. Hop out here. We're going to pick up some of these old Christmas items that we forgot to bring home in the past. Why not? We have the storage space. You can put basically anything on here. We have the 4 connectors with the connection in between them, so you can put basically anything on these things. Only one of those things, but any of them. And some of the things that have a 4 connector on the bottom are the ones that have a bunch of 2 connectors all over them. We can get 12 other 2 connectors on each of these platforms if we want. E-I-E-I-O, eh? E-O, E-O, E... No, okay, that's nothing. Can't spell very much with these things, unfortunately. You can't turn the V. We could spell Eox. Where is the end of the line? I think it's just over this hill. Probably a couple more crates unless I picked them all up. Then we're going to head back and we're going to see about building something to change how this train works. So we're stuck here. This is just a junction you're going to find in the wild. If I hop out, you can see there's another one over there. And beside these junctions are usually quest items. See, here's a bunch of them that I've already grabbed. There's another junction over there. Actually, I'm calling these junctions. These are end of the lines. These, what's the game called, these things? site pylons. There is no way to turn out of these, no way to connect more rails to them afterwards. Oh no, come back. Oh good, I hopped in just in time. Whew. I sent the train home without being in it. Unfortunately, the only way to turn around is to actually have a junction item. And I don't know that I can. Whoops. Saw another precious Christmas star. These are the valuable ones. I have a bunch of these in platinum or gold presents still back at home base, but why not grab them if they're out in the wild here? Come on, snap, please. There we go. And let me back in the train, thank you. And away we go. So what we can do is when we get back to base, or when we pass by the place that I know the cave goes down, we'll stop the train and we'll head down the cave and we'll pick up a junction I have down there. I don't know that I have the resources to build a junction here on planet. But what I would like to be able to do is switch between here, going straight where we just were, and around this corner. So I have to move the train back even further until we're past this junction here. These are also called junctions. The one we need, no, that's a rail post. We need a rail post junction. That's the difference. Okay. So the one we need is going to be down here. I have used one of them. Yeah, this is what they look like. You can see there is an alternate path to go. We're just going to pick this up and bring it back upstairs with us. And we're going to put it, let's put it into our backpack for now. In fact, let's put it up here so we can activate it easily in a second. And let's pick this one up as well and get rid of it into our backpack. And now I'm going to hit the C button because it's on my left button there, my left backpack bumper. Rotate this, and that's the way I want to see it, but it's red on one side. There we go. So now it connects to all directions. Perfect. Now let's hop on the train and test it out. We're obviously not going to be able to get too far down, but actually we might be able to connect it straight down to the bottom of the train if I put this one where the junction used to be. So now we're heading down. Alright, stop the train. And I'm going to hit the C button again because I put that thing on my hot button there. Is there a spot where they're both blue? It does not look like there is. So the junction is a little bit wider, so it will connect further. So what we're going to do is see if we have any leeway here with where I placed these ones. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Automatically connects, super intuitive, super easy to use, compared to the rest of the game at least. Once you get a handle on the controls of Astroneer, these are a breeze to set up. They are not difficult in any way, shape, or form. Very simple and intuitive. I'm super impressed with the update. It's probably the best update I've seen in Astroneer. Alright, that's the end of the line. Back up top. Something else you can do with the junctions is turn your train around. We're just going to let it go back to the station so you can see that we're in the same position we were when we started, with the train facing away from the home base. Alright, there we are. There's the home base, there's the ship. Train is facing away. We took off in that direction. Now if I change the direction with my arrow key, or my sideways key, we'll head in this direction now, right? But if I go backwards, and then back up, and change direction again, now the front of the train is facing towards home base. So you can turn the train totally around using junctions as well, if you're so inclined to do that. There's no real reason to. The train runs just as fast backwards as it does forwards. But, you know, maybe for style's sake, you care about that sort of thing. All right, yeah, I think I'm going to bring some of these resources back home. These are a pain to bring back home because they have 4 connector on the bottom. See that? And they can only connect to things that have that connector middle piece that we were talking about before, which means you can't connect it to anything on the ship, on the rocket ship, except the actual rocket ship itself. Right where these connect at. See, that has 4 connectors on the bottom as well, and it can snap in. So you can only bring 2 of those things home at a time compared to this entire train worth of cubes that we can bring home. But that's about it for today. Just a short video to show off what we've been doing with the trains update. I want to get this out while the trains update is still new. Lots of people have been playing it. I've seen some videos from a bunch of people. And I thought I'd jump back in and try it out. And it was totally worth it. Totally worth my time. I had a great time playing the trains update. And I'm probably going to keep going. I built a whole bunch of stuff at base, and I'm going to probably keep building. Check out this visor I got. I'm Geordie LaForge. I think it's even called the Forge visor. Let's see. Where do you do this at? In here? There? Yeah. Hats, masks. Forge ahead. Yeah, this is from a special event goal. Oh, okay. You know what? We have to go back home before we end the video today. So let's quickly pick up another star at least. The precious one. Stellar object. Get on there. Hop in the ship. Launch. Back home we go. All right, Sylva, where are you hiding at? There you are. Our base is on the right-hand side. Usually there's all my markers. And there's our cylinder. Excellent. Now what were we going to do? Well, I already forget. What was at home that we needed to get? A completed chessboard? No, we did not need a completed chessboard. Well, I can't remember. There was one more thing with the trains. The missions? The missions. No? No, not the missions. The missions are done for me. I can't show that off. Unfortunately, I did the whole mission. Let me know. Is that something you'd like to see me starting over in Astroneer, a completely new save? Oh, yeah, the visor. That's what it was. I remember now. Okay. So the masks came from a special event goal. That's why we had to come home. My special event goal thing is over here. It is called the Exo Request Platform. And if you go into that, you can see you can send a bunch of stuff and get points and get rewards. So I've got all the rewards already. What you're going to want to make for that thing is a bunch of the end game resource known as nanocarbon alloy. You can see I've got 15 left over. I had 130 something, and I spent 120 something to finish that thing and get all of the rewards completely. So 128 nanocarbon alloys will finish that time-based thing. That's going to end in like a week or so. We don't have too much time to unlock all of the special events like Geordie LaForge's visor there that I got. So if you want to grab that for your Astroneer character, you only have a bit of time to make all of the endgame materials. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys how much it cost me. It's already gone out of my list. See, no rewards pending. Already did it all. Sorry, guys. Again, that's it for this time. Until next time, have a good time.